just pulled up to 1294 Galiano Rd, and I'm really excited for this today. We can market these properties and give people a lot of information, but I think when you've got a really unique, special property like this with lots of details, it's actually way better to get it directly from the sellers. So we're here today to have a quick little interview, and let's go inside and have a chat with the sellers. Oh, I love this property. 1 acre, covered with foliage, super private up here. Look at all this beautiful, beautiful garden. Super easy to take care of. There's no grass up here.
Hello, Chris. Nice to see you again.
Good day, sir. Nice
Come on
to
in,
see you.
come on
Thank
in.
you. Oh, lovely road day today.
Typical Okanagan afternoon. Thank you.
What actually drew you guys to this property? Because it was a bit of a unique property, just as the piece of land.
It's a small property, oddly enough. It's only 1 acre in size.
Yeah.
But we have forest all around us because our neighbors all have big, huge properties.
Yes.
And of course they pay the big, huge taxes, and we pay the smaller lot taxes, which is nice. When we first moved to Vernon, we were on Galiano Rd. And as we moved into retirement, we knew we wanted to have a modern home to retire to. Linda found this property just up the road from us. So we grabbed it and we built our own home.
We wanted to appreciate the surroundings. So the positioning of the house, the windows were well thought of, so we could take in every aspect of what we were looking at around us.
Right.
All the aspects of the house are all natural stone, natural wool carpets, cherry floors, granite.
Yeah.
So that all those aspects are represented in what's outside. It started with the lot, because the lot is pie-shaped.
Yes.
And we wanted to take advantage of the view, so the house had to fit the lot. And so we found an architect that was able to create and develop the house that we were looking for. And so when you walk into our house, it's very angular, capturing the view, going from small to wide, but also even down to the details of when you walk into the kitchen and the great room. The island is designed to take advantage of all the angles in the house.
We also hired a professional kitchen designer. We wanted the corner of the island just come to a corner, and he goes, no.
Yeah.
So we had to cut into the island and put a square post into the island. And I said, so I got the post. And he goes, that's not good enough. He said, I want a foot on it. I said, what do you mean a foot? He says, I want a stainless steel foot on the bottom of that post.
Yeah.
So I had to go to town, find a guy who could build a stainless steel foot, and there it sits.
Yeah.
So we got the foot.
But that's just it, though, right? Like, that's the attentions to detail in
Well,
a
that's
home
part
like
of the
this.
enjoyment of building a home.
Right.
If you get to build your own home, you get to play with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun. You get to pick out this, you get to pick out that. So it's not a cookie cutter home by any stretch. We have a wood fireplace.
Yeah.
But the nice thing we did with the wood fireplace, we also brought gas to that fireplace. You put some wood in,
Yep.
you turn on the gas starter and ignite the gas starter and close the door, the glass doors.
And it is the best.
You turn off the gas and you got a crackling wood fireplace.
The whole house actually has a bit of a playful feel to it.
Right down to the steam room.
You're working outside doing this and that, and then the last thing you want to do is go down to the steam room, turn it on, and have a nice steam shower.
There was something you guys had told me when we first listed the property about the roof line.
We put a very low camber on the roof for engineering purposes. But if you continue that roof line, now you're looking out a window, you got the roof in the middle of it. So for our dining room, we switched the roof and bumped it up the other way. So when you sit in the dining room, you actually look out and up into the forest here beside you. The inspiration when it comes to stuff like that comes from a dear friend of mine who's now passed, Peter. And Peter built homes his whole life, and his father built homes before him, and he knew how to build a house. Can I use one good example? One of the vulnerable places for your home is where the wood framing of the house touches the foundation.
Right.
That's a place where you have wood on concrete, where you have vulnerability.
Right.
The siding in our home for the first 2 feet around the whole house is marine grade plywood.
Oh.
So if water gets up to your home,
Okay.
it won't wick because it's marine grade plywood. So little things like that Pete taught us, and the acrylic stucco Pete taught us.
What does that mean?
That means that woodpeckers can't get into it.
It is a good thing.
Because if
It's
you
a
live
very good
live
thing.
in the forest, you put up with woodpeckers wanting to eat your house. Plus, acrylic stucco doesn't pull away from the windows; it's always strong against the windows.
Okay.
It sticks to windows.
Right.
Regular stucco does not. And that means that ants and other things of the forest can't get in your home. And the other thing we did is when we designed our garden, where we have the waterfall,
Yep.
we put a window in the dining room you can crank open. So now you're having dinner, enjoying the view and listening to the waterfall.
Right.
So it's a lovely space.
Yeah, I was going to mention that because we're out in the patio right now, and you can just hear that light trickle of the waterfall and the stream. But then you've intentionally made that so you can hear it in song.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Up here I have my grove of aspen. So when I'm sitting in this chair reading my book,
Yes.
I can hear the waterfall and the aspens.
Like right now.
Right now you can hear the aspens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So-
a beautiful combination.
It's a beautiful combination. I actually have a valve on the waterfall so I can adjust it just that perfectly. So you've got the perfect balance of sound between the waterfall and the aspens. Sitting here reading a book and it's just, you're in heaven.
We can see Okanagan Lake, but yet out the side, like you said, you're looking out at the forest. Like it's a really beautiful combination of all of the elements.
Every room basically has a view
Yes.
of nature. Every room. There's virtually no room in the house that doesn't have a view into the forest or some particular parts.
Yeah. But having said that, we have neighbors. You can just about see their house up here, and you can just about see their house down there. And we have lovely neighbors, and we see them socially all the time.
Great neighborhood to live in.
Great neighborhood. Yeah.
Great support, great help.
There's 3 different houses for sale on Galiano right now. I think that's a question that comes up to people is why is everybody on Galiano selling?
It's a good question. The folks below us, they decided just to build another house on Galiano.
And then the other 2 for sale up above us is owned by one person.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
He owns both houses.
And lives in Kelowna.
He
Oh.
lives in Kelowna,
So it's
so he's
difficult.
anxious to
Yeah.
sell.
And as simple as this life is here, you guys are actually looking to simplify a little bit more.
Yeah, we're heading to a condominium or a townhouse to retire, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah. Well, there's still a lot to maintain.
We bring in a crew twice a year to help us with the garden,
Okay.
but we have no grass to mow.
It's a xeriscaped yard.
Yeah.
So there isn't a lot of maintenance. So really it's a gardener's paradise just to sit and play and
And of course, we have outside speakers here.
Yes.
So Linda's got music on as loud as she wants because
yeah, really loud.
I feel like you could literally walk around this whole property in your birthday suit if you wanted to.
Well, in fact, we do.